Hello, fellow humanoids, and welcome back to Crypts and Cryptids, where the children. My brain said where the children play, and that's what it is tonight. Where the children play. Ay ay ay. I am literally in 3 different tabs at the same time. So now I'm going to go to the tab with the words that I'm going to read, which say this evening's eclectic collection of characters includes Nerdy Teacher and Megquins, Nimueofavalon, and Jinma of Cascadia in absentia. He is over in the chat. Zack of Dixie and me, ScreenCap, as we return from less of a bit of an unexpected hiatus because this is last week's script to play out the 58th session of the Wild Mount campaign known as Mountain of Mystery. Our stream has been supported by a group of wonderful sponsors, including Dark Crescent Studio, who now has heard their name and will be summoned in a Pavlovian manner, who have the Chaos Cake 40mm Big D20 available for pre-order on their website, as well as Misty Mountain Gaming, who provided some gorgeous resin and liquid core math rocks that were used by several of our players and won by a few of our viewers. And of course, our very own incomparable Sticker Mistress, the proprietor of the Okrit booth on Etsy, where all manner of nerdy paraphernalia can be acquired, including the Boink sticker, the I use my free action to shit my pants sticker. I know there's a few other ones that have Marvel Jesus sticker, shot out of my daddy's dick ready sticker. We've also been sponsored by the Orsak Narrative Universe, a play-by-post text-based RPG offering a free 1-week game over on their Discord. And we are also supported by the extraordinary generosity of our own personal patrons, Military Fox and Lady Gwen, as well as our fantastic Patreon subscribers and the moral support of Hexwood Studios, Creations, and all of our phenomenal viewers. Tonight, we will continue to lend our support to a couple of members of the community whose newborn daughter is currently recovering in the NICU at the Johns Hopkins Hospital after a successful primary repair surgery that unfortunately created a mountain of medical debt. A GoFundMe has been created to help ease their financial burden, and the link will be provided in the chat over the next few hours. So anything that anyone feels compelled to contribute to that cause will be immeasurably appreciated. And with all of that housekeeping addressed, I will continue to serve as your acting chaos coordinator this evening as I attempt to wrangle this rambunctious band of ne'er-do-wells here tonight. And I keep, if I keep making that face, it's because I keep trying to use the keyboard down here instead of the laptop keyboard, but I've disconnected it. So you guys talk amongst you.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Deinonychus.
That's mine.
Archaeopteryx.
Tiff?
I have one for a very stupid reason. Chat, what's yours? Favorite dinosaur?
Seriously?
Hmm?
You said first.
He said what?
He said
What?
Deinonychus. He said it first.
Oh, did you say cash or cat? I thought you said cash.
I thought you said cat.
Cat.
Oh, okay.
I talked to the people. The 10 people watching. Hi.
I don't.
Mine is actually a very specific Deinonychus, though. It is blue from the Jurassic World trilogy.
Yeah, absolutely fair.
Okay, I can delete. I can remove. All right, let's do this. Okay.
Woof.
Okay, I have my keyboard back. Yay! Holy cannoli. Okay.
The Huskies say hello, everybody.
My favorite dinosaur is the new husky.
That's fair.
Yes, our puppy is very much a Raptosaurus. So.
Nice.
All puppies are.
Yep.
He likes
Little house velociraptors.
Hi, One Witch Lady. They are currently eating a frozen green pepper stuffed with soft dog food and hot dog bits. So they are content. Except the big boy who already ate his and is trying to snitch his siblings.
I was going to say he's undoubtedly trying to steal his.
He just kind of
family
waits
food.
right there, like, you done yet? You done yet? You done yet?
Okay, mine isn't coming up. Cool. So I won't be looking over there. Right. So
Technical difficulties.
always. And the fun part is they're in my brain. It's my brain having technical difficulties tonight.
Oh, those never go
It's
away.
like
Yeah,
neurochemical difficulties.
Somebody write that down.
That could be a sticker.
No one's gonna.
Neurochemical.
Well, just buy 10 if they sell them.
Anyway, that all said.
those will be loss leaders. Those will be the ones we give away to all of our viewers.
That's not
Having
fair.
interrupted.
We never give away just random shit that doesn't sell. What are you talking about? Everything sells well.
That's right. Well, that's true. Let's see if I can get my other laptop isn't working. The one that I like to look at when I'm talking to the viewers who can see me here, but I'm looking over there like I have a camera too.
I'm sorry, One Witch Lady. I know that feeling. She misses happy.
This is true. All right. Having interrupted a belligerent enchantress in the midst of conducting a ritual in the twilight depths of the Fey wilderness and successfully charmed the woman with a beguiling incantation, an unprecedented surge of wild magic consumed our sorcerer, who felt the idea of herself collapsing inward as her thoughts connected with our monk, our cleric, our fighter, and our rogue. Unable to reach out to the mind of our druid, as the extra-dimensional entity within her shielded her from the chaotic surge, however, our tabaxi's panic detonated so intensely that she heard it speak within her mind before it disentangled itself from the rest of her thoughts as she fully dissociated from the Fey realm and found herself alone on a rocky hillside. I then proceeded to not tell her there was a city behind her, and she discovered an expansive desert blocked by a roiling sandstorm over the far side of the ridge, instead making her way towards the city several miles downhill before being approached by a peculiar midnight black tabaxi who introduced himself as Will Aeon and offered to accompany her to the settlement as she searched for the rest of the party. The two continued along the Golden Stone Trail, where they were surreptitiously approached by our Goliath upon his arrival, before witnessing the emergence of our Genasi near the edge of a grassy field, soon after which they discovered our Tiefling unconscious on the ground and attempted to wake her. I'm back up. Our Tiefling unexpectedly attacked the party, who realized that the fighter was being controlled by an invisible creature that our Tabaxi was able to see once her vestige of divergence acclimated to the environment. And the group defeated the creatures with a command from our new acquaintance, a burst of necrotic damage from our cleric, a pair of eldritch blasts from our sorcerer, and a flickering flurry of fingers from our monk. Continuing toward the city.
I forgot about that.
I was going to say that needs to be. It's a Goliath hand, and it just says flurry of.
Someone changed it at the end to flurry of fisting.
That's for the only Fae line.
Hmm?
Continuing toward the city, our fighter was then horrified to realize that the soul of her deceased boyfriend no longer occupied her now empty ring of mind shielding. And that is where we pick up.
I forgot.
On the Golden Stone Trail, in the midst of the fields of not pampas grass, and it's funny, Tiff, you said that you heard pampas, which I did not know that that's what that was called. That real feathery wheat-like grass is called PAMPAS, which is Spanish for plains. When M told me that, I heard pampas grass too, and I was like, "Are you saying like the grass for pampas people like me?" But yes, so it is a field of not pampas grass because that's our world thing, but their version of that. And Kahlan has 1,000-yard stare because she was screaming in her head. So none of you hear that, right? Nobody has telepathy. No, the only thing that had telepathy were the things you murdered.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we see? Because Prince was staring at Kahlan asking, is he there?
She is not responding. Is just in her mind calling for him and like trying to wrap her mind around what's happening.
So specifically, you see Kahlan's soul. It is now reignited, but not even to just normal level. It's got that crackle of panic. You almost recognize that like static discharge of her soul panicking in this moment. The way that like you can follow the chemtrails, there's not a trail coming out of the ring. The ring is dark. The ring looks like any other ordinary inanimate object. Kahlan is now acutely aware of the cold, empty, iron feeling. Weirdly, this ring probably feels heavier on your hand than it has in a very long time.
She's just taking in shaky breaths and just like not noticing you guys at the moment.
Kahlan? Prince is going to reach out and try and touch her shoulder.
Is your friend okay?
She kind of starts a little bit at the contact and is just like staring wide-eyed at you.
Prince looks like she's on the verge of panic herself because in her mind, I don't think we've discussed this as a group yet because we haven't really been together more than 30 seconds. But in her mind, this is all her fault, and now this is happening. So she's like, you're about to panic, if not already panicking. She's about to panic, if not already panicking. This is not a good duo.
Oh boy.
I don't think she can say anything. She's just like waiting for an answer.
She's just shaking, and she's like, she knows that you're there, but she's in like this almost dazed state, and all that she can just whisper out is, he's gone.
And with that, I'm going to cast a quick little spell, and everybody who would like to attempt to fight it has to make a charisma saving throw as I attempt to calm emotions.
I'm going to roll just because I don't know you well enough to trust you for me.
I just like that. I was literally looking to see if I had that.
Did you get it at 20? Oh, fuck you. With love. With love.
My first roll, I didn't even do rollies before game. This is the first roll of the night officially, and it was not 20.
I blame Tip for me losing my first roll of 20. But it was worth it.
Wasn't wasted.
It was worth it.
23.
Cat has no idea. Anyway, 27.
How do you all save? That's so mean.
Sorcerer.
That's so. How does Cash save? That's so mean.
+7 to saving, charisma saving throws, and roll 16.
So mean. I tried.
You did.
All right, now I'm bored. I'll start like just kind of looking for something fun.
Also, Cash isn't panicking, so it wouldn't do anything anyway.
Ooh, that's interesting. I'm now just like awkwardly staring at you.
Can't hear you, Cap. You're muted.
Yeah, I muted myself so I didn't interrupt you guys, and then I didn't interrupt you guys. I can never remember. Cash is taller, right? Than Sado, or they're very close.
Well, they're very close.
Yeah.
They're the same height.
Okay, so the Will, you noticed the Goliath, because he rolled a 7 on his saving throw. He just this very calm, and he's a monk too. So this very meditative, calm breath just breathes it out, and then he sees his two little friends, and he's gonna walk up slowly. He's not trying to be surreptitious. He'll approach from an angle that they can both see and put one hand on Kahlan's shoulder, because Prince has got a hand on one shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you said that, I did a 35 hit just because I wanted to mess with you. He'll come in from the other side. Then he puts one hand on Kahlan's other shoulder, and one hand on Prince's shoulder, and says something in a very deep voice that is very profound. But Jinma's so much better at that than I am. He He's a man of very few words. Just, it is okay. We don't know where we are, but we know who we're with.
Amazing.
Okay.
To be fair, I don't think we can hear him over the ringing in our ears. You know what I mean? When you get in that state of panic.
That's true, yeah.
I'm just behind him.
It's like soaking
and I'm just behind him, kind of muttering to myself, and I'm like, "You're between the pens and the city. What do you like? Just describing where we are."
Kahlan instinctively, even though she knows he's not there, is instinctively looking around for Laz. She doesn't have her emotional support ASMR.
Prince wants to do like anything to make this better, so she's like, we were heading to the city when we ran into you to look for everybody. Maybe we can find Laz there. I don't know, maybe he can help.
She just kind of shakes her head a little bit, but she's like still way out of it. You can feel both Sado and Prince can feel a fine tremor coming from her. Like she's shaking.
Just Prince's face is just crestfallen to believe that this is all because of her, and just she wants to help and she doesn't know how. And Cash, can you help?
Is that me? Does Cash know locate soul?
I was like, do you want to trade your emotional support Asmar for emotional support Ganassi? Like, what's up?
I don't know. Do something, somebody.
I've never heard of whatever the hell you asked me.
I said, do something. I don't know.
I know. I just look at Kahlan and go, I'm Will, and hold out my hand.
She just looks down at your hand, kind of confused, and just nods.
I understand. In this round, you say hello. You grasp hands and motion them up and down. It's a little bit of an odd custom. So I'll drop my hand in that moment and go, what is it you want, Kahlan?
She just kind of blinks at him. Her mind is like going 1,000 different places. Like she wants multiple things at one point and she's not quite sure what to say. And in her words are choked out. She just says, I want to find Laz.
Okay. Based on progression that we've been traveling and the ability to find your friends along the way, might I suggest we head towards the city? If nothing else, there may be someone who could ask.
She just kind of nods again, but she's in that post like when you're in a car accident and right afterwards you're kind of in like that dazed, like you can see and hear everything that's happening but also nothing all at once kind of place.
I'm just gonna kind of come, not touching her, just walk beside her and look over to the rest of your friends and go, so tell me about this Laz. Who are they?
Is a Laz.
Are they the last of your party?
Kahlan just
in a manner
slightly nods in a way. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping that trouble's with him.
Ooh, so we should prepare for trouble.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. God damn it. Prince looks to Kahlan and goes, Aja's not here. She didn't get pulled with the rest of us.
How do you know? We haven't found everyone yet.
And she kind of like raises her voice so everybody in the group can hear. This happened because of me. When I cast that spell, my wild magic went off, and I don't know what happened, but I got pulled through somewhere, and I felt a connection to all of you, and I pulled you along with me somehow. And there was a connection to Aja, but it broke. She didn't come through.
Kahlan's jaw sets. She just nods. She looks to the rest of the party to lead the way.
Prince is just like crestfallen. Just sorry.
So it sounds like you all have something to work out. Okay. I would be lying if I said it wasn't wildly interesting, but maybe not the place. So, right, follow me. And just head off towards the city.
I was gonna say, I think you've been walking, right?
I think we had just started walking. Had only been walking for a few minutes before Prince noticed the ring was not glowing.
Right. Okay. So we are making our way towards the city.
Prince is at the back of the group, like following, ringing the hell out of her tail.
Sado is definitely. I love the idea of Sado as the emotional support monk, the emotional support Goliath, but he's probably holding the back of the line too, in case anything decides to try to sneak up.
Yeah.
So he is there. Are there gates? I don't know if there's gates. This is a westerny, like I think a nice cross between like a Wild West Middle Eastern city. So you've got the wooden buildings but also the sandstone style of structures. At the center of the city, so this is probably a couple miles in. I'm not real good with size. There is what appears to be a lighthouse, like a beacon. It's 270, 300 feet tall. That is a heliograph. It's setting off lights that are reflecting from that height out over the desert. But we're making our way into the city. I've chosen to believe there's not a gate or a fence. You're in a crater. I feel like nature took care of that. Anyone who's coming over that crater and in has already fought their way through and across.
I'm sorry, Cap. Who picked that picture?
Which picture?
The virgin jail.
That would be our lovely mod. Thank you. Nice.
Oh, beautiful. Yep, that was him.
Didn't notice it until he started laughing.
You haven't had sex? Go straight to jail.
Oh my god, I didn't see what that said until just now.
So, any indications of where we're heading in the city?
Well, if no one has a place they to go, in particular, it's always a place that's good for some stories. You all are interesting. There may yet be some communication about your friend there. Or maybe just a good drink. I can't promise anything.
I'd take either.
you're from here, so you know.
Well, and then I just start walking
Okay.
toward the saloon.
And she walks away.
And he walked away.
Well, okay.
In that case, let me move this little tab. Where's it? Oh, there it is. Well, I'm gonna leave it on here for this for the second. Because where are we at? Lazarus Oldman. Moments ago, you were in a wide glade overgrown with the gnarled roots of a severed tree stump. Standing next to an ex you hadn't seen in probably a couple of decades, startled by her appearance, fighting against her and a bunch of murderous twigs and vines in the twilight depths of the Fey wilderness. And then you felt a pull. You felt that inward pull. Not quite directionless because it was in the direction of Prince, despite being inward. And you felt yourself dissociate from the Fey realm. And you found yourself in a tavern. And it's a tavern you've never been in before, but you know, you're a soldier and you're used to taverns. And you feel like you've been in this tavern for quite a while, even though you know you were just in the Feywild and you don't know exactly what pulled you here, but you have been in the presence of Prince's wild magic. So that frequency was not completely unexpected and indescribable, but it was definitely a new version of that. And as you're sort of getting your bearings, let's find the map. The map, it's the map, it's the map, it's the map. It's
What does the saloon look like?
the saloon looks like that. If you're on roll 20.
Ooh.
I don't have other people in there. And for anybody who's been paying attention for any length of time, that is in fact the same map as the Toothy Mall in Vespershire. But Lazarus.
Rehash content.
That's right. There we
Reduce,
are.
reuse, recycle.
There are other people in this tavern. You hear, you know, like it's a little before midday. It's a little before lunch. So this is like, you know, lunch crowd time. So you hear the sounds of tavern, the sounds of people enjoying themselves. Very little of that registers in that moment, though, because directly across the table from you, looking you dead in the face, with the level of rage you have experienced before, it is a personal level of rage. You see a drow man. Roll whichever's higher, history or insight. I think history's higher, but whichever you want.
10.
10 total.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So then it doesn't click right away. It doesn't click until he uses his action to flip that table away from that wall. Uses his bonus action. Where'd you go? Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe? I had him. Oh, I pulled up Laz. That's why. I have the wrong character here.
The moment the table flips, Laz just is like, whoa, 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 hey, what's the problem?
View. Okay. Sorry, this is that Sims moment. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay.
He's just down off his
Okay.
chair, hands up, both hands up, looking at this guy.
All right. So as you're looking at that guy, he flips this table. Because of that 10, it didn't click until he cocks both arms, Henry Cavill style, and uses a key point to go into flurry of blows and throws 2 unarmed punches at Laz. And in that moment, you remember where you've seen this individual before. And you remember why he's so enraged. You see before you the physical, corporeal form of the assassin who has been trapped in your head for the last 3 years. As he pop, pop, unarmed strike. What do we got? I'm rolling digitally.
Why
Why what?
are you rolling digitally?
Because I'm an absolute nerd.
Uh-huh. You know I can't not ever not give you shit for that.
No, correct. Well, that's amazing. He rolled a 9 and a nat 1 as he tried to take these 2 swipes. As he tried to take these two hits on you, completely missed. Probably on that nat 1. You know what? On that nat 1, where are you at here? We're gonna go deck save. Oh, that should be all right. Oh, there, he wasted it on that one. That's a 29. He actually tripped over the table because when he tried to flip it, it didn't go all the way over, and he tried to basically there's the wall, there's the table, and there's the legs of the table. So he got the table over, and it didn't fall all the way over. It started falling back, and he went into like the legs of it between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would roll initiative, that would be
Okay.
spectacular. And I can
Oh.
do fight music.
Boy.
You probably.
Okay.
Oh.
11.
11. Yes. We're gonna go. Not Darkened Stormy. We'll go Pit Fighter. I don't know what this sounds like. Does that sound good?
I still hear crickets and birds.
No.
Oh,
Let's
there
go.
it is.
Let's go tavern.
There it is.
Is it just tavern music? Because I actually kind of like that.
Mhm.
But it's just
Yeah.
the music of the tavern.
Yep.
All right. Where's his sheet?
It's one of those where the fight, there's like a fight happening, but the music's actually like slow and doesn't quite match.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I actually like those.
Yeah. Ooh, all right. Well, that's a 17 for him.
Eesh.
Eesh. So he's going to take. Let's go back here. Man, he missed on both. That's impressive. So as he misses those first 2, he's gonna kick that table out of the way, and he's gonna go for. He's gonna move. How far apart are you? You're 5 feet. He's just gonna take another swipe. He's flexing his hands, but like this weird. He hasn't had a body in a while, and he's flexing his hands in that like, oh, these, okay, and he's gonna take another punch. This is an arm strike. That's a 28 to hit.
Yep.
Yikes.
That will
And
hit.
a 22 to hit. So it's 28 and 22 because he gets 2 attacks.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny. Okay. So if you will make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh no! That was a nat 1. for a total of 6.
This is unfolding much quicker than I anticipated. All right, so on the first attack, on the first punch. Oh shit! Okay. Wait, that is an unarmed attack. Is 1d8 plus 4. Is okay. That's 10 points there.
Okay.
That is. Where is your? Well, that wasn't terrible. That's 9 points of sneak attack. The second punch is 12 points of damage. So is that 31 total? 10 and 12 is 22, and 9 is 31.
Does that include the uncanny dodge?
That does not. So the second one would be halved. So the second is 6.
Okay.
And so, where's my screen? There we go. So you guys can hear me because I keep popping back between the 80 bajillion tabs. So kicks that table, comes in with a jab that hits for that sneak attack. And wait, no, I'm sorry, he doesn't have sneak attack because he didn't have advantage. So the 9 points, he does not get the 9 points. So it was 10 points for the first shot and 6 for the second. That was halved.
Okay.
So 16. So he comes in with that jab. And then he remembers Laz's favorite move. And he comes up with the uppercut. And as the uppercut connects with the chin, he drops a key point for a stunning strike. And you nat 1. And so Laz, with this uppercut, this stunner of an uppercut probably picks him up off his feet a couple inches, drops back down. When you're stunned, you don't necessarily fall, right?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. As and in the moment that strike hits, and Laz is stunned, should I be this excited about beating the hell out of my own character?
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I built this guy specifically to be able to beat the hell out of Laz.
You know what? It's the fun of it. Okay.
Some might say it's cathartic.
Masochism.
Right. It's
that.
kind of, yeah. It's kind of like punishing. We're not going to get into Dr. Nick. We're not going to get into GM Nick territory here. But as the uppercut comes up and that stunning, like just that full, his key is fully disrupted. That like his body, he just for this next 6 seconds or 3.5 seconds does not have complete command of his body. A bell out in town rings. And it is actually the bell from the bell tower. So the timing is fun that Laz gets his bell rung as the bell rings, and a guy in the tavern who is completely drunk just going, "The time is left, the time is right, the tower shines with homeward light, the old Damascus bell has rung. And now my drinking song is complete." And
amazing.
And then a couple of the other people was like, "Complete doesn't rhyme with wrong. Damn it!" He's like, "This is my song, and I sing my song, and you can sing it right, but I sing it wrong." So Laz, it's your I apologize.
Amazing.
So Laz literally can't do anything, right?
For the next
until the end
round?
For stunning strike. At 5th level, you do that when you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, and I consider punches melee weapon attacks. You can spend 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed on Constitution saving throw, or be stunned until the end of your next turn. So the end of my guy's next turn.
Okay.
Wow. All right, that wasn't okay. So, what is this?
Damn it! I didn't know you had lucky. I forgot to look at that. Oh well.
Do you? Well, how does lucky work? Do you, if you know the outcome of the roll?
No, it's fine. I keep going. I just didn't realize you had it. I was looking through stuff.
Oh, okay. I think once you've known the outcome of the roll, you can't retroactively use it. So as he's stunned, Laz actually just plops back down into the seat he was in, and the assassin steps forward, and he grabs Laz by the front of his cloak, because I think he's got the cloak of Elvenkind. Grabs him by the front of the cloak, and he's using his action and his pulls his jacket open, reaches into his pocket for the pouch his own lady had given him. His pet.
Oh shit!
Takes out the pouch, puts the leg, lets go of his jacket, moves down his jacket a little bit.
Having a hard time hearing you, Cap.
face.
It's really muffled.
Oh, I'm talking a little bit lower. Sorry. Smooths down the jacket, the cloak, pats him on his face. He's still. His hand is. He's kind of unconsciously, and then he looks at his hand, and this. It's not electricity, but this sort of energy starts to radiate, and a dagger manifests, a soul knife, and it's in the shape of Laz's Kingsguard dagger with that owl crossguard.
Shit.
And he looks at it, and and when he sees it manifest like that, he just kind of smirks, and he looks at Laz. He says, "You are not going to steal my powers anymore." And he backs up, and he starts walking away. And he walks across the bar. Let's see if there's multiple entrances and exits in this bar.
Is that the end of his turn?
He gets, let's see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He used his action to take the item.
Mm-hmm.
He used his movement to get to the door. And so he's going to use his bonus action dash. He's basically moving with expediency, and he's going to step out the door. So we'll go in this order then. It is the end of his turn. What is Laz doing?
Laz is gonna run after him. So 60 feet, so bonus action to dash, so 60 feet.
Okay, so we're 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. So as Laz busts the door open, he sees the assassin 30 feet into the road, and he sees his party about 90 feet down the road, because the party is now heading towards the Twin Moon Saloon, where Laz is now breaking out the door of. Somebody else just came out the door just before Laz did, that nobody in the party recognizes, but Laz has just burst out the door.
And he's gonna be like, "Hey, come back here!"
All right. So is that Is that his whole turn? The movement and the dash?
He's gonna try to summon his daggers, just instinctively.
So he's gonna try to manifest those daggers. He goes to try to manifest those daggers, and his hand is empty. He feels that normal energy that he would have felt manifesting that, either as a dagger that he could throw or as his psychic gauntlets as he hits. That energy is not there.
Okay. He's gonna start patting himself down, just looking for anything else.
He's got the spear. He's got two of them. Yeah, he had two of them. Probably a boot knife. Like I can't imagine a rogue or a soldier not having like just a boot dagger, like at least.
So
one.
he'll throw the spear then.
Gosh.
But he's gonna throw the spear like he's gonna aim to not like hit him or kill him. He's gonna try to aim to like a warning shot, like in westerns when they like shoot the gun at their feet, kind of thing. Like it's one of those.
Stab non-lethally.
Non-lethally to the knee.
There you go. Come back. There we go. Oh, are you gonna act up? Okay, cool. Okay, so roll an attack roll with the spear.
Okay. 13 to hit.
13 does not hit. So where would you have been you weren't aiming for him, right? Is that what you said?
No, I was aiming like slightly in front of him so that the spear would land in front of him and make him hopefully stop.
Okay. He does stop. Not because of he stops at the spear. He doesn't stop because of the spear. He sees the rest of your party. He recognizes the rest of your party. And so now rather than him having his next action, who in the party is anyone in the party going to react to seeing Laz come running out of this? Well, I guess everybody roll perception. That's the most fair, right? To see.
Yeah.
The DC's got to be up.
No.
Oh.
Wow, that's appropriate though. I'll take it. As a
27.
23 for Kahlan.
Okay.
22.
And what's Sado? What is Sado? Sado's perception is +1.
Still better than mine. Right now, anyway.
Can't hear you, Cat.
What did you roll, Prince?
Nat 1.
Sado rolled a nat 1 too, because the two of you are at the back of the party.
Amazing.
So you're the front. Yeah.
Amazing.
What was
He's
Cash's?
right behind Cash and can't see past him.
23. 22.
The same as me. Oh,
I was gonna say
No,
you
I was
guys
one
are
below you.
right. Yeah. The DC was 10 because this is like a ruckus. So Prince and Sado are like to the back of the group. They're behind everybody. Prince is freaking out. Sado's trying to help Prince not freak out, realizing that he's being played by me, and he's like, all of the profound things I want to say are not coming to mind. I feel strangely less profound than normal.
It's that calm emotions that hit him. He's just out of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this is not the case linguistically, but my brain just asked, is profound the opposite of confound?
No. Well,
It's not.
no.
No, but
There's a whole argument to be made there, but historically speaking, no.
Right. Yeah. Linguistically speaking, no. So, Will, Cash, and Kahlan all see these two guys. You saw a person. You probably weren't paying a lot of attention to the person who walked out of the out of the tavern at first because you didn't recognize him. But then Laz comes busting out the door, gets about 30 feet out the door, yells out, "Oi, hold up," throws a spear at a dude, lands it in front of him, and the guy now stopped and is looking at you because he recognizes you. So you three can see what we're going to do.
I take it this is your friend?
The one behind is.
Ah, that's fun. I'll cast
Kahlan
hold.
pulls out her sword. Oh, sorry.
I'll cast hold person on the one that she didn't point out.
Oh, okay.
And I whip out the rapier at the same time that this happens.
So hold person is con?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay. All right. What do you got? What do you got for me, friend? Ooh, he locks up because that's a 7, and I know he ain't gonna save on that.
Well, I have him. I'm not certain what to do with him, but I have him.
Have who? What are you talking about?
The one that's not your friend.
Oh. Okay, Laz. Okay.
He's like stuck
Catching
there
up.
for a little bit. It doesn't last long, but it lasts for a while.
Kahlan steps forward towards this person and is looking at Laz to see, seeing as he's like kind of bleeding and beat up a little bit. She looks at him with slight concern.
Laz,
Yeah, at last.
and yeah, he's very confused now for a multitude of reasons. The least of which is being here and not in the Feywild.
Friends,
He's
this
like-
only lasts for a minute, so if someone wants to do something to make this semi more permanent, like tie them up, that'd be a great plan.
Kahlan's looking at Laz like, what's happening?
That's the fella that was in my head.
She looks
He's
at the
not.
guy wide-eyed.
In my head anymore. He looks at you with the exact wideness of eye he had when he was held.
Kahlan raises the rapier up to the guy's neck. And
Cassidy
just
rolls
kind
eyes
of
and
threateningly
fingers rope.
holding it there so he can't move forward while Laz does. Is Laz gonna move towards them, I assume?
Laz is going to move. Well. So if Laz is moving, then it is technically Guy has another turn.
But he's in whole person, right?
He is. In combat, you get a save each turn.
Okay.
And that's a dirty 20.
Oof. She's got the rapier right up to his throat. What do you mean it's the man in your head?
Yeah, that's a little confusing.
You know what? How about y'all hold that thought? You want me to make a strength save? I'm gonna hog tie the man.
So when you say he's the man in your head, Laz goes to answer, but the assassin turns his head to look at Kahlan, which he had not previously been able to do, and and smirks a little bit, and it's not like a crazy smirk. It's like real insight. I want to tell you everything.
12.
Okay. You've worked for the Myriad, so you've seen crazy people. You know that from the stories Laz has told, you know this person was an assassin. He does not have that crazy, like, psychopath glint or look, but he does turn his head and smirks, and he said, and he's still holding that pouch, and he says, "Yeah, I'm the guy that was stuck in his head because he decided that whatever he had wasn't enough. He was going to take everything I had too. But now I've got it all back." And he pulls that pouch, and darkness goes off. Magical darkness, which means Prince is the only one that sees. So it's like, I guess, how big is the darkness spell?
Good question. 15-foot radius sphere.
Okay, so 30 feet across. Okay, so everybody's in it. Everybody but Prince, because I remember that it could see through magical darkness. Yep. The goggles, which had not been. I like the idea that they know certain situations. So like when the magical darkness goes off, they're like, magical darkness mode. Everyone else is plunged into darkness.
She goes like Sam Fisher with the goggles.
Yeah.
The Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you know who the hell Sam Fisher is. I'm actually impressed, honey. Good job.
Ow.
I didn't. Look, I've never seen you play Splinter Cell or interact with it at all. Okay. I'm impressed behind
So yes, in this everyone else full darkness, Prince sees this lightish gray bubble appear, and like you the goggles are now like you feel them activating, and so you probably assume this is magical darkness, because that was, I think, one of the first. I think even in their slumbering state they could see through magical darkness. Meg, were you going to say something?
As this goes off, can I cast a spell on myself?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna cast True Sight and be able to see what's going on.
Oh, nice, cool. Okay.
We just look at each other in the darkness, like.
Yeah. So yep, as it goes off, you both see you're inside like
my old friend.
this lightish gray bubble, and the pouch as he opens the pouch, that's not what sets off the darkness, because you see a blackish smoke, but I wanted to make sure that this was described in a way that it is not making you think it's the entity. It is a black smoke that is shot through with red, almost brimstone. And this smoke kind of emerges a little bit, sees the assassin, and just engulfs him, and he folds inward and disappears. Folds is probably a painful word for it. It's not like the Thor: The Dark World thing with the gravitational.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's Misty Step if the mist didn't burst outwards, if it just sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
right?
You broke up. What'd you say?
Concentration, right?
On a different tab, because we cannot hear you.
I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going there.
Darkness is concentration.
Yes.
So Prince and Will both see this guy. You see the smoke kind of recognize him. See is the wrong word. Recognize him and engulf, and he disappears, and the grayscale fades within a few seconds as he's gone because it's concentration. And everyone is standing on the road with no guy.
Caleb's just staring
Response
at that.
turned invisible. Not invisible?
Not invisible.
Okay. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. He's gone.
That was fun.
Kaylin's just staring at Laz. Her rapier's still out. She's kind of looking at him for an explanation.
Did you kill it?
He opened the pouch.
Yeah, no, he disappeared.
He got eaten. Not really, but I don't know what else to call it.
What the hell is
You
it?
guys. I love the idea of Will being like, "You guys should have seen it. This thing came in. It just fucking ate him." Prince is like, "No." I guess I should have asked Bonya what the pouch was when she gave it to me. Or had Kahlan cast Identify on it at any point in the last 3 weeks.
Correct.
Prince is at this moment like, I have no right to say anything right now.
Laz is actually like he's actually
Laz,
the
are
thing
you
that
okay?
I was gonna say. So the thing that Laz saw Evander, his name is Evander, saw him doing with the unconscious, like feeling his hand, kind of like, you know how when your hands go numb and you're kind of trying to get the feeling back into them.
Mm-hmm.
Laz is doing that unconsciously now.
So I took it your Laz.
I'm what's left of him.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Well, I used to be able to do the daggers, and that's not a thing I can do right now. Alec is
glances back to the party like, what do we do?
It's the scene from Spider-Man 3 where he loses and he's like, Alakazam! What can he do now?
Prince has just like started to like shrink into herself a little bit, just like something the fuck else. Shit.
I'm thinking more like, if you're nothing without those daggers, you shouldn't have those daggers.
You know what? Fuck. Damn it. There we go. I was on the wrong tab. You know what? You're probably not wrong. I'm saying this out loud because I'm checking what he can do now.
So, Laz, is it?
Yes.
You're in a new place, faced with an old enemy and some old friends. But what is it you desire? What do you want?
This. My brain hasn't felt this quiet since he took up residence in there. Huh.
How is he? How is he not in your mind?
Since you have his character sheet up, roll for quantum mechanics. What the fuck would that roll be? Arcana? You know what? Roll Arcana.
Arcana. 16.
16? He really couldn't know. When I felt that pull that pulled me in here, I felt another pull. Like I felt like it was two pulls at once because of whatever he is or whatever he was inside my head. But when I got here, I was half the man I used to be. Like on the way in, it felt like the pull went in two different directions.
I think you mean you were all
the man you used to be. And no one else.
Yeah. I'm half the man I was, which was twice the man I should have been.
When he describes it that way, can I have Kaylin, I guess, do insight on herself to see if she felt the same thing?
I like it.
Ooh. $23.
I was gonna say that's not even a contested roll. Honestly, if you rolled higher than him, and that is significantly higher than him, yes. Thinking back to the moment that you were being pulled, you probably, in the moment that you felt that, you instinctually reached out to Liam in a, like, the ship's going down, so I'm gonna grab my husband next to me, my most important person next to me, and in that way, and then as you were pulled into this other place, felt something that felt like that. It felt like this dissociation, and not like something being destroyed or ripped in a way that would break it, but like a really tight, like a really complicated knot that just you finally figured out how to untie it and not break any of the threads.
Okay.
Not that anybody figured out. Nature somehow disentangled. I'm trying not to keep using the word disentangled. I'm gonna make it progressively more flowery and poetic.
Unspaghettified.
Yes!
You're welcome.
Love it.
I'll take the double inspiration. Thank you.
Just pile them on. I think at this point you just have the lucky feat for the episode, right?
Okay. She doesn't quite know what to do with this information. I just rolled a 4 to see. Like she can understand what he's saying, but it hasn't quite sunk in completely.
Mm-hmm.
She's not thinking straight right now. It's the best way to say it.
That's fair. So, I see we've found another tabaxi. That's cool. I assume.
Right. Hi, I'm Will.
Hi. I'm just Laz.
Well, just Laz. I'm glad you could find some semblance of comfort in the matter. I'm glad we could reunite you with your friends. They missed you. Now your party is assembled? What do you want?
Les. Okay. You go ahead. God, yes. You go ahead.
Why do you keep asking that?
It's all that matters. I don't care where you came from. Don't super care who you are. It's a new place, new moments, and I find you fascinating. So, all that matters in this moment is what do you want and what are you going to do?
Why do you care?
I deal in desire.
You deal?
Kind of thing.
I'm sorry, I think we were talking at the same time.
It's kind of my thing.
How do you deal?
You tell me what you want. If it sounds like fun, I help.
And you just get fun out of it?
Now you get it.
I love that. I think me and Meg came at this place from the same wavelength from two different directions. Because Just, I love the idea of fun as currency.
Mhm.
Can I roll insight?
Yes.
I'd like to as well.
I'd like to as well.
Oh,
All right.
I am using Chatspiration, which, by the way, is that running, Knight? Let's see. Oh, off the table.
We didn't vote. They didn't vote last time, so we rolled for it, and Prince got it that time. This time, I rolled a 19, a flat 19, because my inspiration is +0.
There it is. Hey, chat, if you're here watching, go ahead and vote for Chatspiration for next session. But I got an 11 on that insight, so.
and I got a 14.
Okay. Well, I will say that what was the highest? I think it was Laz, yeah?
I got a 19. Yeah, weirdly.
19. Okay. So I'm being so genuine. And I think Laz is the only one who would see just a tinge of like there's more to that statement, but it is inherently true.
It's true in a manner of speaking.
Kahlan's gonna look at Laz and be like, so you can't summon the daggers. Right? Is that what you're saying?
He doesn't answer in that moment for the same reason I'm not answering in that moment, is that like he's still flexing his hands. When you say that, he probably had like it wasn't happening as much because, you know, amazing new friend. But he flexes his hands, nothing happens. But then he looks at you, and there is a it is a very weird moment of balance of what was lost and what was gained, because he looks at you for a moment and then he tells you, I can't connect anymore either.
Oh. Oh, that's good.
Okay. She looks at the spear in the ground, or spear in the ground. You said you have one other one on your back, right?
Yeah, their name is Brittany, because they're my Britney Spears. I will give myself disadvantage for that.
You made Meg
We just
leave.
lost it.
That's how
We
bad it
lost-
was. You made Meg leave.
Well, that's okay.
Oh.
When Meg comes back, I'll tell you the other half of the joke. But you already know it. Go ahead.
So she's gonna look at the spears. She's gonna look at him. And then she's gonna start undoing one of the belts around her waist.
Look, I appreciate it. I very much do. I don't think it's the time for that. Maybe it is the time for that. I don't really know.
She doesn't even like acknowledge that. She just keeps working at the buckle until she pulls it out. And she pulls
You're a
off one of
single-minded
her scabbards. And she hands her moon touch scimitar in its scabbard to Laz.
I appreciate that.
Until we figure out everything.
That's never gonna happen. We can figure out about 3% more than we know. I wouldn't mind trying to get a hold of some ranged flicky weapons. That'd be kind of nice.
She reaches into
Well.
her bag and pulls out not the special, but one of her father's daggers and hands it to him.
That's it's the. Oh, that's not the one with the displacer beast.
Mm-mm.
I appreciate that too. See, it's weighted for him though. His hands were actually weirdly his hands were smaller, but like it was part of why he was so good with the dagger. But the way that I'll get used to it. It's all right. Will, do you happen to know a place where maybe we get some cool local weaponry?
Does Will, because Will's not here.
Fuck, Will's not here.
She was having computer issues.
Mika's not pop.
Oh, I thought I killed her with. I thought I killed her with the fun. Well, the other half
I
of the
thought
joke.
they came back too.
The other half of the joke is that they're only Brittany spears if they come from the Brittany region of France. Otherwise, they're just sparkling spears. And I apologize.
Tiffany's gonna
I'm
kill
not
you.
sorry.
It's fine.
I know we're gonna lose Tiff too. We lost our entire contingent of tabaxis over this one joke.
Oh no, I'm plotting
Oh.
my revenge.
Oh, there we go.
Stay tuned, chat. Revenge impending.
There they are.
That's right. That's right. Meg asked a question. That's a man. See, this is like the deeply philosophical roll. Roll an introspection check. You're a fucking cleric. You're gonna know. So an introspection check is your perception plus your charisma.
Interesting.
See, the DC, that's the challenge here is what is the DC? Because it would be pretty high, but you do know some stuff.
Sorry, Ruby.
Did Meg know that Meg was to be rolling a...
Meg.
No, sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought...
Let me-
Okay. So roll an introspection check, which is going to be perception plus your charisma modifier.
Great. I didn't know that was towards me. Let me do that right now.
Sorry, that's my fault. This is my answer to your question in Discord.
Perfect. Is what numbers? Okay, so
She multiplied this.
32.
30. The DC was 30. But you being a cleric, you know in an academic sense, but because of not having a multiversal context in which to consider that question, you don't know entirely what that means.
Cool.
Yeah. I love how ridiculous that answer is without the context of the question.
That makes it even better.
Yeah. So
What
Will,
had
you
last
from around
asked? Yeah.
if Will knows any local merchants where we might pick up some local style weaponry.
You're also kind of bleeding still, Laz. Do you need help? Cash, can you help?
Oh,
I got punched in the. Oh, I got uppercut. Oh my, yeah. He's the idea of him joking at this point is like, you know what? No, it does actually make a little bit of sense. This sort of this processing of like, what happened, but the fact that that guy's not in there anymore, and like as bizarre as that whole scenario is, it's this like, holy crap. Okay. Wait, let me try something. So it's just, he just got uppercutted. He got punched in the face and then uppercut. Hang on one second. When he takes his hands away, he has healed himself because his ASMR abilities remain.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
That's
Whoa.
that's good.
Are
to
you
know.
fully healed? Do you need any more? Because I heard Cash rolling dice.
Yeah. He does
How
need some
much-
healing because he was down at like
Oh, that's
96?
right. Yeah, I was gonna say we came in with. Well, did you have me at full?
oh no, yeah, I had you at full, so
Yeah.
took-
No, I think honestly, I
He
think
took 16
if
points of damage.
yeah, if the thing from the Feywild fight was correct, Laz was like in the 30s.
So now you're in the like teens.
Yeah, I'm not physically feeling good, but mentally I'm feeling great. So it's like it's really weird.
Ash, are you doing something? Because you need to verbalize.
Well, you
You
know,
would-
they changed how it went from uppercut to I've been like half dead for like 3 sessions in a month, so I'm getting more dice.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
well,
I
he's
honestly
rolling
wasn't
dice.
Sure. Yeah, oh, I honestly wasn't sure. Like I felt bad back there, but then like the thing with my ex came like that took me for a whirly girl, and then this and like I honestly don't even know.
While he's rolling dice, Kaylin sheathes her rapier. Or I'm sorry, she already sheathed her rapier. So she's just gonna step forward and she's gonna hug Laz. And as she does that, she's gonna cure wounds.
Oh,
It's just first level because she just has it.
that's a good hug. Oh yeah, thanks. He's gonna hug her around the waist like a 14-year-old child compared to her because he's 5'6" and she's 6'3".
11 points of healing.
Oh,
Cash is gonna make it funny. He's like rub his feet on the ground like he's rub his feet on carpet and then touch him with a static charge for 27.
oh, woo! That was
Amazing.
That was magnificent.
Are you doing well, or do you need more help?
I think I'm good. I don't actually know what I'm at.
You
Very
should
well.
be in the 40s. You just took 30.
Yeah. I think I gave
38?
I gave myself 13. You gave me 11, so that's 24. And then what was it? 27. 24 and 27 is 51.
You're in the 60s.
Yeah, we're gonna say, yeah, let's go. I don't know what I'm at.
69.
That's fine. That's 69. You know what? Correct. Nice.
Well, now I won't.
You're
change
welcome.
I appreciate it. I mean, we just gotta sleep it off, right? We'll be okay. Surely we can find some place to sleep. Looks around like is this bigger than Rexentrum? It's a very nice place.
Where are
So-
we? Kaylin asks Will.
Interesting.
Oh, God
What?
damn it.
Interesting.
I mean, it is.
Does Prince get it? She gets that one. You just hear a heavy sigh from Prince.
You know what? Let me see if
I
Laz
wanna know.
actually.
What did you roll? What did you roll for that?
I just rolled a d20 and it's 18, so I was like, yeah. Okay.
Kaylin can get it. She rolled a 10.
I'm inside, I guess.
Now you're in a different tab.
Why? Who the fuck named things around here?
Oh, Sado doesn't get it. Sado rolled a 6.
Kaylin, Sado, and did Cash get it?
Cash? Hello.
Yeah, no, I sorry, I hit mute instead of unmute. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So Kaylin and Sado
So-
are just staring at Will like, what?
It'd be funny
was
as Prince is like, who the fuck is like? There's like a dude who like founded the town. He's like Duke Lafoy or something like that. So it sounds like the fuck.
Lord Farquaad.
Oh God. Who the fuck named this place? Yes, you called.
Exactly.
Yeah, who did? Man,
There's just like a harmonized groan from behind the group as just Prince and Cash go. "Ugh."
what? And then you hear Sado next to behind you. What? It is very interesting.
Yes. See, you get it.
No, No, they don't.
Get what? Oh, what are we talking? See, he rolled a 15.
Interesting. We are interesting.
Oh, okay.
The city is interesting.
Interesting. I get it. I did. Well, you gave it to me, so that's why I got it. That is fascinating. Wait, is this the fascination?
Oh
No.
Is
Where's
Terresting
my
the
silence
cap-
back?
is Terresting the capital of the fascination?
No, that'd be too silly.
I don't have
Okay.
silence. Cash, you have silence, don't you?
Wait, you better lock and load that one. Is it the capital of the imagination?
Are there other people around? 'Cause we're just having this conversation in the street at this point.
Yes, and I think for the duration of it going of the altercation going on, they were kind of like, ugh, like, and then it ended, and then we were all just standing around talking, and they were like, and just so there's people. It's midday, but they kind of don't care. We've probably been like honked out of the not honked, but like somebody had their horse like neigh at us to get the hell out of the way because we're in the street, and they're like.
Mm-hmm.
"No, we're
Get
on
out of the
boardwalks."
road!
Dash is just gonna pick
Driving.
up Laz and carry him off to the side, off out the road.
Oh.
We're just like Mama Cat, just start picking people up and dragging them away.
I appreciate that. The soul knife abilities did not include walking, so I can still do that, but I do appreciate it.
That sounds like fun.
Cord save me.
Kayla
I
looks to
think
Sado.
we're-
No, just kidding.
Even-
I will say, if he starts like picking people up and dragging them off, you watch as this tabaxi shrinks to half their size and goes, ah.
Who do you go to? Do you go to Prince or Jinma?
Whoever's dragging people off.
Give us cash.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Sado will fully. Have we ever established how much of a display? How much do you look like a displacer beast?
Oh dear.
I, in a very meta sense, look like New Moon.
There's a particular reason I pulled his. Yep. Sado will fully come over and like. I'm deciding, at least in this moment, he's secretly a cat person, and
Please,
you know,
please just pick him up by the scruff of his neck. Please.
yoink, picks him up. Come along, friend.
Go full limp. Like, not even just.
Ragdoll.
Amazing. Are we headed towards the saloon? Is that where people are being dragged towards?
Yeah,
Well, at least head to out of traffic.
the saloon does have its deck patio. There's at least one of the people like side eyes Laz and is like, "Gotta work on your spear throwing. That was not the best I've seen."
Ooh.
I was aiming for. I wasn't trying to hit him. I wasn't even trying to stab him. I was trying to stop him. That's your problem. You don't just stop people. Now, it's fine. I'm sure you're one of them adventuring type of people. You'll be fine.
So
Yeah.
are we headed into the saloon? Is that what's happening? We're heading inside.
I don't know what's happening.
Laz
Yes.
would like at some point. Yeah, Laz did ask Will about knowing if there was like a place to acquire like local local type weaponry, that doesn't need to happen right away. Because no, there was another thought. I was like, I know there was something else, and it keeps running away because it's a little thing that keeps running away. Because he does, as he's taking a head count, he's like, yeah, 6. And it's trouble not here.
Yeah.
I think you found it.
Oh yeah. No, we got a friend. Fuck, I'm not Southern. I'm not Western.
You're picking up the local dialect.
Yeah, right.
Howdy.
That's fast. That's right. That's right.
Now I swapped over.
I don't think we need to go shopping. We need to figure out how to get back.
It's a shopping episode. Have an NPC.
We need to figure out how to get back to Aja.
Aja, right? She's.
I am very confused. I don't like being confused.
Well, then ask the right questions.
A friend. You have a friend who is trouble. Their name is Aja? Or they're in trouble. Their name is Aja. Or they are trouble.
You're not gonna like the answer to that, but the answer is yes.
Fascinating. I think I'd rather like your friend.
You probably would.
Spectacular.
No,
Strongest person I know by a country mile. That includes me.
I would
Well,
much like your friend.
do you know anyone powerful in magic or anything? Anyone who might be able to
Yes.
send us back?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't
Then-
know. I don't know where you're from. I don't know where back is and how one might get to it.
Different plane?
Oh. Interesting.
No. In the well, technically in the Feywild, we're interesting now.
You're fun.
I appreciate that.
As this conversation's happening, Kahlan's slightly getting 1,000-yard stare again. Like, she's listening, but she's not quite all there.
So, here's what I gathered. I point at Laz. You want some new armament of some form. You, I say, pointing at Prince, want to go home. You, I point to Kahlan, want to figure out whatever it is that is causing you to spiral into yourself, looking for a different explanation. And you, say, pointing at Dash, haven't told me what you want. And that is infuriating.
Did Sado? Do we know this is out of game? Do we know what Sado's? I think we had that conversation.
The last Sado had told me it was to head to town and find friends. But hadn't said it. Do I have that?
Sounded about right.
Ash, are you talking again while muted?
No, I'm not. I'm not muted.
Okay. You're just
Cash
refusing.
just he's staring at all of us like
He's just like smirking back at Will.
I'm sure that's more infuriating. Oh. Is the next town over called Furiating?
No, Furiating is a ways down. It takes a while to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Some people get there faster than others.
Oh, so you are getting it.
The more I hang out with you, the faster I get there.
When I drive the coach, it gets everybody there real quick.
So, do I have that right?
Right by me.
Kaylin's staring a
So is
hole
there-
in the side of Laz's head.
Is it like a transplanar beacon? Wait a second. Oh, let's go around, go off the rails. Is it like planar transportation?
Perhaps.
I don't have a map for this. If we do, but
And yet I ask again, or rather, for the first time plainly. What do you want to achieve?
did Kahlan specify that Liam was not in the ring to Laz? Did that come up yet? Okay.
Hence the reason that she's got a 1,000-yard stare and she's drilling a hole in the side of Laz's head with her eyes. With it.
Oh, I thought she was okay. I gotcha. He asks. He's like Kahlan, you're doing that thing, and I would like to. I could hop in there. I can't hop in there anymore. So now we get to do the talky talk thing, which I gotta get used to. So you gotta help me out with that.
She just glances quickly at the rest of the party, glancing at Prince, and then back to Laz.
This is not supposed to be putting pressure. Like every time someone asks about trouble, she's like, "I left her. I fucking left her." Every time somebody asks about Liam, "I killed him. All right, I killed him." No.
Prince is just like,
Oh,
Prince,
Everyone
there's a
we love
ring.
that's all is dead.
There's a whole ring on your tail that is furless now.
Kahlan just grabs Laz's shirt, similar to the way that the assassin had, and just kind of like hauls him away from them a little bit because she's like she feels bad talking about this in front of Prince because of the way that Prince is reacting.
Prince feels so bad.
Okay.
And she just looks at Laz and goes, "He's gone."
Yeah, he
Liam's
just
gone.
Oh.
Prince can't see him.
See, this is the problem with me knowing stuff.
Can't hear you.
Laz rolled a 3 insight.
Ah.
Yeah. This is like I know what I know. Well, can she? You know how she can follow soul farts? Sorry, it's not a technical term, but is it? Can she see anything like that from the room?
Laz. She's doing that mouth twitchy thing where you're trying really fucking hard not to cry, so your mouth just kind of the muscles are twitching in your face because you're trying to keep it together.
He's trying to, because he can't connect psychically, he's trying to figure it out. And knowing he can't figure it out with a fucking 3. So when the magic it magicked, you don't even have to roll insight. He's fully just wording, hoping something will come about. This is the tough part of DMing a character. Vince, roll insight.
Me? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Cocked. 1 sec.
No. No. Oh. No.
That would be a 3, good sir.
Somehow, amazingly, well, I mean, you're very much in your, I killed him. You are just convincing yourself. This isn't even a matter of like processing it to see what might be true. You are just like, I killed him, he's dead. She's talking about it. She's telling Laz how I killed him. She's like, yeah, she killed him. We should leave her here, and we should all leave.
Yep, that's a pretty good summary of what's going on in her head right now.
Well, we don't know where we are. We don't know shit. Like, I'm trying to figure out what we know and what we can surmise from what we know. But we don't know shit. We know what we think we know. We're trying to invent things that we know. We're interesting. It's fascinating. It's not the fascination. It might be the imagination. We're in someone's imagination, and it's interesting. And we don't know how to get out of interesting and be boring again.
I don't know what to do.
How long before? Cash roll insight. What? Cash and Will roll insight. Because I assume Will's kind of, I don't think we're completely separated. Like, I feel like Will's sort of triangulated to everybody. So, like, seeing Prince over here and Laz and Kahlan over here.
22.
29.
It's gonna be fucking. It's the clerics, right? Clerics to the rescue. Having had the conversation and heard the entire experience with the assassin out in the street, physically out in the street, physically interacting, having punched Laz in the face, like in a way that we can measurably determine he is there, and Will being acquainted with a little bit more of the mechanics of this place, and having heard the description of this disentanglement, it's definitely clicking for Cash, and it's clicking a little bit for Will too, that it's not impossible that what happened with Laz and the assassin may have happened with Liam and Kahlan.
Do you think you got separated?
What?
Separated. Do you think you got separated?
Now that that's said out loud.
I don't understand what you mean.
Your friend had combined somehow with this other entity, yes? The entity that is now out?
Yes, through magic. It happened. Magic.
Okay. Do you think there is a world in which you and this other got separated?
You see like this mix of emotions on her face, and her eyes close for a second, and she's fighting slightly internally with herself, and she opens her eyes and just goes, "Don't."
Does she Hawkeye him?
Don't
give me hope.
Don't give me hope.
So this would be a good thing. Alright.
Will's like, okay, he's dead. Fuck it. No hope for you.
No, but I have just found what she wants.
The Laz rolled a 16 now that Will has said that out loud. And finally, Yeah, the idea like that the guy, because Prince saw, right? Prince always saw when she looked at your ring, a soul, like that the little beacon of light. And when Prince looked at my head, saw two souls, two minds in there. Prince, could you look at my head? Could you? This one.
Sorry. What? Literally, she was in her own mind right there. Just,
Could you look at my soul real quick? I love the absurdity of that sentence.
I love
This is
Will's
out-
face.
This is out of character. I think you need a psychiatrist, not a wizard.
Are we sure that's out of character?
Yes,
Well, Cash wouldn't say wizard. He knows she's not one.
exactly.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I said
You're
it
a
wrong on
psychiatrist.
purpose.
You're a psychiatrist, Harry.
Prince will look at you with just like there's a hunch to her shoulder. She's just inwardly turning in on herself and just, you sure you want me to try?
Yeah.
Okay. She will hesitate, but then she'll activate her eyes. The eyes that are already glowing red. I forgot about that until just now. That's happened. She'll try to focus on Laz.
And as she's doing that, because seeing that hesitation and having my own DM reasons for doing this, Laz will tell her, for the moment, you are one of the top 3 people in all the planes that I trust the most. Once Pierce is brought back, you'll be in the top 4, and I apologize for that, but you're in the top 3.
Out of character? That hurt her more than it helped. Bringing Pierce up.
Oh God, that's right. Shit.
Ooh, that was good intentions, but bad follow through.
Dude, you just summed up Laz.
She's just like
that sticker. Good intentions, bad execution.
Yeah. She just did like a 180 on her emotions, and it just kind of like stalls, and she just doesn't react.
Oh, God. You know what? Let me see.
Just goes back to looking at your like heart area for your soul. Just
appreciate that. Oh man, fucking astounding. As you do that, Sado just leans down because Sado's like 83 feet tall, and Laz is like a pocket Funko to him, and Sado just leans down and goes, "Don't mention Pierce." Okay, so looking into Laz's chest, this is where you have found souls before, and it looks the same as it had looked before, but because you're seeing the entirety of, this is going to be a fun moment too. Oh, there's 3 things. Shit. Okay, so you see his soul, and it's kind of, what color did I say his eyes were? I think his eyes were amber colored. It is like, it's not like really frenetic, but it's kind of orbiting, and it's this like orb of amber, almost honey, and it is very bright, and you pick up that brightness is his like this afterglow of like, I'm free, like I've lost some abilities and whatnot, but like, and then as you sort of examine the totality, you see in his head, where you had previously seen the 2 minds at war with each other, you see the brightness of his mind. His intelligence is a 10, so it's not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. But you see the candle glow of his mind, and the other one that was there at war with it is gone. It's not in his mind anymore. And as you're looking in this area, you do see where you don't know the assassin was, the other side of the flipped table now, which I believe by now would have been flipped back. Some of the other patrons are like, that's not very polite. You see a very, very bright slipstream, because it's the freshest slipstream in this area. You see the slipstream that starts where that assassin was at that seat. And it's the same as when Kahlan, that you saw in the field, where you saw the beginning point of the stream. You see that here at the chair. And it's like, there's a nice fun little knot where the altercation took place, and then it trails out and out the door.
So it's a family circus comic from anyone who reads the Sunday comics. All right.
Yeah.
But it just stops where he disappeared.
If you follow it outside, yep, it goes out to where he vanished, and it clips again there.
I think her wording is going to be, it's dimmer than it was before, but yeah, I think it's only 1 right now.
Dimmer doesn't feel like an insult. It's like the intensity got turned down finally.
I didn't mean it to be insulting. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it wasn't an insult.
I'm disappointed you didn't just go into a bad Austrian accent and be like, it's not a tumor.
Roll perception as you're in the tavern. I want to see if you glance in a certain direction.
I do have advantage on that. Perception. I'm on the wrong page. That would be 19.
Okay. I'm gonna stick to my DC. Yeah. So you see everybody's, I guess, having focused on Laz, it basically focused on Laz and then like unsold. You're turned off the Reaper vision. We'll treat the 19 as an insight roll too, because that's they're both wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the fact that the assassin's slipstream was not where Laz's was indicates to you they did, despite the fact that they were connected on one plane, when they popped in here, they popped in 2 different locations. And that's like, now you're putting together that when Kahlan appeared in the field, that spot where her line started was where she popped into. And so the fact that Laz and the assassin have 2 different entry points means it's possible, if what Will is saying about Kahlan and Liam happened, that his entry point would be different. And that's why there's no stream coming off the ring.
But both of them arrived near each other. And for Prince, that's huge. The fact that Kahlan was all on her own.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely reasonable.
She just goes back to her thoughts again. Not sure what to make of all of this.
So he could be here? Potentially? Possibly? Possibly? These are words I've made up.
He looks to Kahlan and is like, I don't know. She doesn't want to make a promise that she can't live up to, but it's possible, but I don't know. You 2 were right next to each other. Where would he be if not right next to her?
Interesting.
Maybe. He may also be in Depends.
Infuriating. Probably not.
Unlikely.
Side note, I really hate Independs because it makes me think he's having bladder issues. Sorry.
I understand this joke.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Very well. But we have been asked to stop speaking in this matter. I think it only polite to begin.
I would love to pull the rapiers to cease and desist.
Is this some joke I should be getting?
Well, joke's a strong word because jokes are supposed to be funny, and I'm discovering that's not actually that funny. So I'm gonna say no.
Oh, very well.
They really named that.
What's that?
Stupid question.
Oh, right. Well, if we're looking for somebody, are we looking for somebody with like a lot of magic? Or are we just trying to like, is there like a teleportation hub around somewhere? Like a plane
Well,
station?
technically speaking, I can send you home.
What?
However, I don't have what I need to do. I can't just send you home like that. It doesn't work that way. I need a tuning fork from your plane. I highly doubt any of you just carry them, unless you do.
That's the only option?
Well, it's the only one I know of. There is, however, someone we can talk to. If we must.
Okay. Contacts would be great.
Rather just find a tuning fork from your plane. That'd be phenomenal. But I don't know that we'll find one around here.
Who is the
So-
person?
What was the question?
Who is this person?
The Markweaver. They may know more. I can't guarantee they can actually help. I find them to be a bit pedantic.
Hey.
Anything that can help, that can change this. I don't know, but
So a tuning fork, right? That's just a piece of metal that's been tuned to a certain key, right? So if we don't
It has to
have
be
one,
tuned to your plane.
right? So if we don't have one from there, in theory, one could be made, but we'd have to know the tone of our plane.
we'd have to know the tone of
You
the.
have to be able to sing the song of your people.
Mm-hmm.
Call the Huskies.
Ooh.
What key is that? Is that Husky minor? So the guy you know, you might be able to get a tuning fork from him, or
They may have another solution.
oh, all right.
Where is this person located?
Follow me.
Meg's like, I don't want to do this to Prince. Why are you making me do that? I'll do it.
So
I did it.
I start heading towards Mark Weaver.
Yes, it is the northern. So I'm going to use our cardinal directions. I like the idea that there aren't like if you said north, if we said north to Will would be like, huh, or south. Like the directions here are slightly different, but for our purposes, we're heading
north
to the north. Teros and
No,
Teros.
Instead of north, it's just north.
North, south, Iwe, Ew. West is Uwu.
No.
I don't apologize.
No.
East is
No. You take that back right now.
Will's like, yo, side.
So someone snip Meg on Uwu.
Oh.
Put that shit.
So we're heading north. We're heading northward, and also something about this city that perhaps it didn't just get us. So like if Will is describing that we're heading northward. It's northward, northward-ish. City has a personality of its own. Sometimes it's usually up in the northern part of the city. It's usually on this one corner. Sometimes it's down the street a little bit. Sometimes but it's in that area. We can get there. We can ask around. So So I guess. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm so confused.
Right?
No, that's the next
Will.
one down.
Ugh.
We'll roll investigation with advantage, and then we'll say Kahlan, Prince, and Cash, because I'm not gonna roll. Although, what is my
Investigation?
Yes,
I'll roll for you.
regular. Yeah, there we go.
Well,
dirty 20.
I do have advantage.
10 for Kahlan.
Ooh. Dirty
Really?
20. The dog was
Advantage?
handy.
Really
20
have to
for-
put an advantage because I definitely rolled a 2 and a dirty 20.
Nice. So you started heading in the direction of the last place you knew it was, and you're like, no, the town likes to. The city gets a little switched and swatched and whatnot sometimes.
Top
It doesn't
13
take-
for less.
13 for Laz. Laz is just following behind. Sado is gonna. Sado's just following. Investigation. His is +1 also. Yep, he rolled a 5. So he is following. Laz is following. But
22
without
for Cash.
22. Nice. Yeah. Cash actually probably picks up as it's happening. Just sort of, and it's not insidious in any way, but this listless sort of alteration in the cityscape. In that, like, you look to one side, there's as you're coming around a corner, you see like a lamppost, and then you glance back and the lamppost isn't there, and it's on the other corner, and it's like just little. I mean, that's not exactly a little thing, but little things. You walk past a building that had doesn't have shutters on it, and you look and you glance back and it has shutters on it.
So you're saying the situation's fluid.
Exactly.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But eventually, you reach a storefront that Tiff's gonna hate. Tiff, I promise, you have to hang with me on this. Em knows this. I have built this encounter for you. For Tiff's benefit, I promise. Because Will leads you up to a store called The Punctuation Mark. And Mark is spelled Marque. And leads you inside. And as the bell rings and half the party's inside, let me key in on the voice. Because Anna just started laughing when I did it because she's heard the voice before. You hear, and you see just like mounds of stuff. It's not Horatio. Mounds of stuff and like interesting stuff. And you hear from the back of the store, "Hey, y'all, welcome into my store. It is so nice to have you in here today. Is there anything I can help anybody with?"
I will very specifically have held the door open for people and be in the very back.
This M did not know that Leslie Jordan was my shopkeeper.
Nope.
Uh,
God damn it.
Prince is like looking back at Will for like guidance, and Will's obviously trying to get it. And it's like,
If you look back at Will is not a tabaxi. You look back, Will standing there as a blonde half elf, already like rubbing at his temples, just like.
Let's see if Laz noticed
she
that.
understands. I just rolled to see if she gets it. She understands that it's still the same person, but she's like not going there right now. Hi. I don't know what we're doing here, honestly. It's just like she keeps looking back there.
I'm seeing who else noticed. Sado possibly saw the shapeshift. Lance rolled a nat 1 perception. Go ahead.
Well, man.
Dirty 20.
What tabaxi? We never had a tabaxi.
Well,
Yeah.
man, I brought these fine folk to you today. They've been looking for some help, and you seem the kind who might be able to do something about.
Damn it, I lost it. Come back. Damn it, Leslie! He's running around in my head. He's got the zooming. There we go. Well, you know I love helping people almost as much as you do. Slightly different reasons, if you know what I'm talking about. And then, ooh, what's his? I mean, it's almost impossible to miss. When Sado walks in the door, mid-send is, "You know I love to help people just as much as, oh my dear God, oh my dear Honeysuckle and Mint."
I thought you'd like that one.
I'd like to invite that one home to see my husband, his wife, and our girlfriend. I am choosing because I had this in mind. I am choosing to believe that Kahlan, in fact, broke that hard and laughed that hard because, are you okay?
Well,
man.
Hearing that sound, he holds up his hand, and there's a little like mist, a little like it's very gentle white energy smoke, and he's like, "Darling, that is the most pure and precious sound I have heard in," trying to think of what he would call the amount of time, in a very long time. If I may keep that and hold on to that, that was absolutely precious.
No,
Yeah, I didn't ask you to answer.
it's not for you.
It's not for me, but I was asking if I could keep it.
She's gonna pick up on that and just kind of be like, no.
Okay. It's honestly, it's rare with, most people around here are used to me, so I don't get reactions like that all that often. But
If in the lady likes, you may keep your copy of the memory of it and hold on to that. You may not keep what is rightfully hers.
yeah, no, I was going to keep all her, just that one in particular, as it's ricocheting around the store. I mean, in a couple, 15, 20 seconds or so, it'll all get back up in where it belongs.
They ain't from around here, as you can tell.
And he's still looking at Kahlan, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I can tell."
They're looking for a way back home.
where's home?
Beats me.
Well, we were in the Feywild. We're trying to get back there.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I heard that place before. I never heard of a place called Beats Me in the Feywild, but if that's where you're from, then that's where we're going to try to get you.
And Will's just starting rubbing his temples again like this motherfucker.
Why are you getting upset? This is how you've been this entire time.
I ain't that bad.
Hey, not yet. They ain't got to know you yet.
Hush. Leave me be. You ain't here to treat with me. I didn't bring them here for you to treat with me. I brought them here because they may need some help. And you know the weirdest shit around, so figure you were best bet.
Now, Will, I would not call you the weirdest shit around.
Well, thank you.
That'd probably be Seth.
No, that's what I agree. But you know him quite well, don't you?
Well, and he looks at Kahlan again too. I'm not going to end up getting my the thing I made the fucking maps for, and that's perfectly okay. But no, he does look at Kahlan again when Seth is mentioned.
Nope, she doesn't notice.
Oh.
Could somebody talk plainly, please? Just
No, the planes are outside the city.
We've had a bad day, so we just need help getting home, or back to our friend. Back to.
I mean, I understand them.
Feel free. Step on up, Cash.
That's what I was saying. I'm dealing with that.
Laz is like, I just want some I just want some darts. But if Laz is talking, M's gonna have to run him because I'm not I'm not having that conversation with myself.
Fine. You don't by any chance have any darts or daggers or anything?
Let me take a look. Hey, see, somebody actually wants to do some business. I thought y'all just came in here to enjoy
some
the
flying
ambiance.
stabby stabs, you know?
Flying stab, right, yeah. Well, let's see, just blood vial,
Let's be careful what you ask for, hon.
Belt of returning now. Oh well, okay. We do have some. These are locally made. They're made with very interesting metal, and they have an elemental aspect to them. They are storm strike darts. I have. Let me see here. Let me see how many I have. Let me check I'll check my inventory here. Amazing. I have one.
How many?
8, and I got a 1.
You're in another tab, baby doll.
You know what? You know what? My unnameable assistant must have sold the rest of them, but we got at least one.
How much is it?
You know, I'm much more interested in laughter and the things that it created, as you could tell from earlier. So why don't you give me your favorite joke? Well, let the man decide for himself.
Fine. This one you're gonna have to do because I can't remember the joke that you told me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, you know what? And he'll look at Prince and be like, "When we fuck, come on, not Southern, Cockney. There we go. When when we first met, she can do these cool things now. She didn't really understand then, and there was this person that she was seeing, and I had this ability that I don't have now. So she's actually getting stronger, and I'm losing abilities. But anyway, she could see this person, and I could see in her mind. And so my accent's going all wonky. You know what? I just had an extra mind in my mind, and so that one coming out, I think, wobbled my accent a little bit. So I used my telepathy to see into her mind and see the thing, and then I tried to use my telepathy to see the thing, and I completely blacked out. I was catatonic. But I didn't take it personal. It was just, for a little bit, he wouldn't let me out.
Oh, poor Prince.
At which point, Mr. Weaver, Mr. Mark Weaver, holding his empty hand, there's that same sort of mist in his hand, and a small wooden carved, like almost crudely carved, like it was carved by somebody who's learning how to whittle, a little whittled white tabaxi. Actually, it's not fully white because it matches Prince. So it's white and then sort of black down the tail, and he just smiles. You know what? I love it. I accept. The dart is yours. And then he turns around and he puts this little wooden figurine up on a shelf of other little wooden figurines. There's like there's a boat, like a catamaran, and there's a cow. And there is what looks like a magic lamp, like an Aladdin's lamp, but they're all carved out of wood. The dart's yours. So, Az, you get a dart.
Woo!
So when you hit somebody with that thing, it actually gives them a little bit of a zap, and then anybody else who hits them with lightning abilities later, they take a little extra zap on that too.
Okay.
Dwayne the
Very
Rock
nice.
Johnson raised eyebrow from Cash.
Well, is there anything I can get you? Anybody else here?
Laz is gonna try to turn and make a joke, another cat joke.
Oh, yeah, he
Just try to
turns
lighten the mood.
turns to Prince and is like, I don't know that. He's pointing at the little figurine, and he's like, I don't know. That looks. It looks very well crafted.
Honey, you can't use a dollar you already spent.
What?
So wait, if I can't make those jokes, this is going to be.
Damn you.
This is going to be awful. I'll figure out a way around it.
There are ways.
He took your ability to say puns?
No. Just the ones he used in the store. Cat puns.
The stage just got a little better. Okay.
You know what? New plane, new fuck Cockney. Come on, costume. You know what? New plane, new me.
Nah.
Well,
I've got a deal for you.
Hmm?
If you want to take it.
a what form?
I got a deal for you.
I love a deal.
I will pay nothing right now because you have nothing to give. But should you have something, when this should take effect, if you would keep your eye out for a magically resonant
tuning fork. Something preferably not already tuned.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let us just say that you, your husband, his wife, and your girlfriend
Right. Yeah.
might find something they fancy. And I kind of glance at Sado. I'm thinking,
Now, Will, I'm pretty sure if I can't ask for that young lady's
I never said
laughter,
I offered him.
I'm pretty sure you can't offer up that young man's.
And
image.
I, in front of everyone, transform into a Sado lookalike. I never said I offered him. As the half elf returns.
Hell.
Oh Lord.
I'm pretty sure at that point, Sado just goes, and that deep. And Mark's like, hi, you know what, sir? I was thinking the exact same thing. I couldn't go quite that deep. My voice doesn't, anyway.
There's some Jinma fangirls that are just thinking about two Sados and they're just like melting right now.
Nope, I'm out of the building. I'm walking out.
I was gonna say the fan fiction. You know what?
I'll turn to look at Sado and go, to keep it from getting too weird, let's say I'll take a few creative liberties, so it's not exactly the same man before, but close enough.
It is very much appreciated.
So, Mark,
Well, I can definitely keep my eye out for a tuning fork. You know, I've seen tuning spoons. I've seen tuning knives. I would definitely keep my eye out for a tuning fork that is untuned. So it's really just a fork. It's like a dinner fork.
but imagine one that may yet be tuned.
Well,
I'm gonna be stuck here forever.
There may be other ways out, but I'm hedging my bets. If anyone can find it, Mark can.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have a very long list of priorities, and yours are on them. And I do believe there's a way we could bump your priorities to the top of my list.
Very well.
Is anybody here up for? Go ahead.
This deal expires when they go.
Okay. Yeah, that would work. I can bump your priority to the top of my list if everybody here would be up for a little scooch of grave robbery.
Why?
I'm in.
That escalated quickly.
It's not exactly grave robbery. You're just going to rob something from a grave. Okay, that is grave robbery. Well, because there's a little something that I would like back from someone. I want to just lay the whole fucking thing out. So here's the thing. Everybody in? My brother is a pain in someone else's ass. And there's an item that we just keep trading back and forth. I take it, and he takes it, and I take it, and he takes it. But
So
it's
the
getting
gay
more.
pirate plate.
It's not.
Unless-
Yes, and a gay pirate plate. Is that what I heard?
I will literally tell you this story later, but yes, It's phenomenal.
Okay. But last my friends, last my sources told me this item is currently being kept in the crypt under our father's mausoleum. So I don't need you to steal his body or anything. I would just, if you can go and retrieve that item for me, I think I could pop your priority to the top of my list. No is always an acceptable answer, I promise.
I mean, even if you found a magical tuning fork, how likely is it that you can get it to tune to a place that's not here?
Well, No, I'm not gonna roll for that. He looks at Kahlan again, and it's not hesitation's not the right word, but like it's a moment of like, yeah, yeah. And then he sees the rapier, and the rapier. I'm gonna ask as non-obtrusively as I
If
can
y'all
because
are
I
waiting
don't
for
want
me,
Will to
my
think trying to steal
audio
stuff.
fully cut out for the last 20 seconds, so I have no idea what was said.
Okay.
If I may momentarily borrow that particular weapon of yours.
Why?
Well, it's not from here, and I'm pretty sure he brought it with you.
What are you going to do with it? Or to it?
I'm gonna see what kind of story it has to tell me.
Is it going to change it in any way?
Oh no.
Insight check.
I guess. We're learning. Yeah.
That's a nat one
Okay.
for a total
okay.
of 7.
Okay, so you're not picking you pick up nothing on his interest in the rapier because you're wondering why he keeps looking at you. But yeah, in terms of the rapier, I mean, he said it's not going to change anything about it.
Seems trustworthy.
He thinks you're cute.
He's not.
She very hesitantly pulls the sword, the rapier, out of its scabbard.
That's because you're smart. And he'll put his hand out. He's not going to reach for it. He'll put his hand out like halfway across for you to place it in his hand.
She puts it in his hand, but he has to do that kind of like tug thing to get it out of her grasp.
Okay, I can wait. I never described this guy. We're gonna say he looks like, oh god, what's the guy's name? The guy who played the Bollywood guy in Eternals.
Oh,
Yeah. I would not dare to try that accent because I'd butcher it and that would be problematic. So we're gonna go with Leslie Jordan instead. Much less problematic.
Kumal Ali Najani.
That's the
I
actor.
think it's his name.
I think it's King. Do you want the actor or do you want the character?
Was Kingo was the character, right?
Kingo was the character, yeah.
Yeah. So
Kumail.
so Kingo, yeah, this is more, yeah, he looks like Kingo. And so yeah, he kind of he goes to take it and realizes that Tenchi's like, it's all right, I can wait. It's fine. I got all the time in the world. All right.
She releases it.
You'll get it. Don't even walk away. You'll get it right back. And he switches it over, and he kind of puts it next to his ear. Roll a 1d6.
2.
He takes 2 points of lightning damage. Wasn't expecting that. That's all right though. It's all right. I don't take it. Sorry, Jeff. He looks at Prince and goes, I don't take it personal. But he listens to the and then he looks back at Laz and winks. But he listens. He's listening to the resonance, and he's like, I think we can find that. So you brought this with you. This metal is of the plane that you came from. And tuning metal magically is a very complex process. But if I have a starting point, I can get that process started.
So you could tune it.
I could tune it, or I could find the people who could.
If you can find me a tuning fork tuned to that frequency, I may not get too creative with those liberties.
Well, then that just went straight to the top of my priority list. As long as you're willing to go get that item for me.
It's up to them. You know how I do.
What's the item?
It is, strictly speaking, a boucan. It is a sword. It's a +1 sword. But it's a training sword. So, like, mechanically speaking, it would function like a quarterstaff. The boucan is, and I'm so fucking sad Jinma's not here for this because I did this deliberately for him. The boucan is a wooden, it's made out of like white oak or red oak. It is a wooden training sword that is in the shape of a katana, but for game purposes would function as a quarterstaff. But because of the tarot cards, it is a +1 sword. Now, to be entirely honest, I don't know what my brother has put in the way. He's usually not too interested in killing people, but he's not real specific below that.
Which brother?
Yeah,
Brother from
Ephraim.
another mother.
I tweaked this family around for a bit. I almost said Tristan. Tristan's my father. Sorry. Ephraim reminds me so much of my father though because of his political aspirations. But Ephraim.
Ephraim's doable.
Insight check.
I am so lost.
16.
Who are we inciting?
Will.
Ephraim's doable.
Will, speaking of personal experience, they dated in high school.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
I'm not quite sure I follow either, but all I know is it's such a chance to leave. Maybe.
Why is this thing in a grave and your brother has put up things to stop you? What is your brother?
Oh, so I'm sorry. Yeah, me and my brother, we have this little rivalry. The Will, I'm sorry, not him.
Not me.
The testamentary, the papers testamentary, we're unclear in the dispersal of this particular item. And so he claims it's his, and I think it's mine, and so we bicker about it. And so he most recently stole it from me, and he put it there. Well, I'm gonna steal it back, and then I'm gonna hide it, and then eventually he's gonna hire a team to steal it back, and then I'm gonna hire a team to steal it back. It's just something we keep doing. But honestly, if you can help me annoy the shit out of my brother, it's gonna be absolutely worth it.
It's a game.
Does anyone object?
Is anyone going to get hurt besides potentially us?
Or anybody else?
Uh-huh.
I mean, unless somebody stupidly follows you in there, they shouldn't. No.
There's not gods or anything. There's not gods or anything?
I don't know if there's ghosts. So far, the word that I've gotten back is he likes to use like constructs and things. So like he's, I don't give him a lot of credit, but he tries not to get creatures hurt. Of course, he's not always successful in his trying, but like what he has control over, he does. He's decent about that. You do hear Sado probably from the back, like, on moral grounds, no. But I will keep you all safe if you decide to do this fool's errand. And Mark's like, honestly, it's not the first time I've been called the fool today, and it won't be the last.
You are a fool.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Do you need it done now, or can we rest? Because we're.
You can take as much time as you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take as much time as you want. You completing this bumps you to the top of my priority list. So this is on your timetable.
We should rest. We had a very long day.
It's like 11's.
there's a time difference with when they.
Oh, they got the jet lag. Ooh, that's bad. That's what
We
happens when you
were-
travel. That's what happens when you travel by plane.
Don't you know it?
That was a bad time to take a drink. Ah.
Oh,
Burn.
We were in the middle of a confrontation. When we arrived
Ooh.
here,
oh, on the other side.
been a long day.
Oh no! You
Walk
left
away
your
in,
friend behind in a fire.
Well, to be fair, there was her, and there was Fey Spirit, and there were 4 satyrs, there were 4 centaurs: Jerry, Larry, Terry, and Bob. And wait, we did.
Satyrs.
Are you sure? Oh, okay. Well, so there was her, and there was Mazikeen, and there were these 4 satyrs apparently, and
And I don't know what those are.
oh wait, do you have goats here?
Right? Goat. Yes.
Okay. There's not a way to explain this. This isn't going to be uncomfortable. That's all right. That's all right. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, you'll have
I,
stuff to tell at the
I,
tavern.
I had about 3 different ways of explaining that, and none of them was pleasant. So no. Yeah, I guess if we want to sleep, and
Yeah.
I almost just spilled my soda. That's why I made that face.
you.
I almost just spilled a glass soda on
Oh no! Don't do that.
on a hard countertop.
To
Nice.
Will and Mark, Prince wants to ask it. Do you think it would be better if we did this at like night? You know, under darkness. Should, any tips like that?
Mark looks at Will. Nice.
I don't know. That's new to me too.
You don't have a night. You don't have a day-night cycle here.
Well, I mean, now you lost me. See, when I thought maybe you meant like the nights that like do the town watch and stuff.
Yeah.
No, you don't have when the sun goes down and everything gets dark for a little bit.
What?
It goes where?
Where does it go?
I don't know.
Do you get it back?
Oh,
Prince does not know that. It goes down. I'm going to just assume the answer is no.
let's see if I last.
It never gets dark here.
Oh, not like
That's
the spell that went off.
not like everywhere at once. Everywhere at once. Will. Everywhere at once.
Imagine.
Imagine. Oh wait.
That's
Can they teach us? Can they teach us how to night before they leave?
We're going to go to the tavern now. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. We'll see
Not-
when you get back then.
Okay.
Wait, before we
Will. Imagine all the things that me, my husband, his wife, our girlfriend, and you as that big Goliath fella could do. Night.
Yeah, I'm walking out. I don't want to hear this conversation.
Yeah, Mark.
Ash, you were saying?
That's the
No,
power.
you just walk out, and after he walks out, he's like, I hope this place that does not have night has fucking alcohol, because,
That we have in spades.
oh, thank
true.
God.
Enjoy yourself.
No, don't take him. Don't take him to Spades. Take him back to the Twin Moon Saloon. Spades is a really rough joint. I don't know if they're ready for that place.
Mark,
Turn a phrase. Not a plan.
Oh. All right. Good deal. And you know what? Heading back to the saloon, that is where we will end the official session.
Good lord.
I can't believe I stressed myself today, this afternoon, making maps for something.
We never got to. We never do.
I love it.
DMs,
I know.
You know we always plan too much.
Yes. You know what? And that's I have decided to believe this, that like I stress myself, yet I know everything's gonna go fantastic.
Of course.
You'll say it's because of me. I will say it's because of you. You'll say I'm great because, and I'll say I can be great because you create the space for me to be great. And then you'll say you create the space for us to be great. And I'm like, we all create the space for us all to be great.
And with
In
that,
the end, so,
Also, real quick, one last thing. Speaking of all the tuning, can we get tuna fish for the cat?
we'll see what the Twin Moon Saloon has on offer.
Mm-hmm.
what's a tuna?
Oh, okay.
You can tune a fish, but you can't tune a cat.
I need a tune and fork.
Tuning fork. Well, I got a tuning spoon, and Kahlan has a tuning knife.
So we can tuning stab? We have to be done.
Where did I write it down? I wrote the beginning.
Caitlin just takes a rapier back from him.
Yes. That is a lovely web. You enjoy that.
So if I may go into an announcement to derail all of you lovelies.
Derail us. I think this is good.
I am regretting this decision right now. But next Saturday is our lovely Meg's birthday. And we're going to take a quick little break from Mountain of Mystery to do a one-shot to just have some fun. Get away from all this deep psychological shit. But we are, and the players don't know this yet, we have decided today we are going to do a level 14 one-shot. Same time, same place. We'll be here. They're probably going to make me regret this, but I'm going to be the DM for this game. So come watch me cringe and possibly die before the end of the night.
Arr.
But I do have the power at that point to punish them for making puns.
But you love me.
Ooh, punish me, mommy.
It's only going to get worse.
I have a whole week to regret this decision, chat.
Mm-hmm.
So please come join us next Saturday because I'm going to need moral support, please.
Correct. Moral support chat. Emotional support chat.
It's fine. It's fine. Tiff, I feel you because I made the stupid decision to DM Cap's birthday game next month.
Have fun.
So I have a whole month to regret my decision.
One witch lady, no. I see that. I see that.
Well,
please,
amazing.
Thank you for being here, honestly.
Thank you, everyone, for participating in and bearing witness to this installment of our story. And if you enjoyed what you experienced here to one degree or another, feel free to boop that follow and subscribe button like they're the snoots, the very best spoofs you've ever encountered. You will see us when you see us. You will hear us when you hear us. And we will talk to you then.
we love you.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.